Good morning, fam. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you all are well. Hope you all are keeping safe. So another breakdown, right? Like a little bit of a update on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, right? What is your thought process? What do you think what will happen over the course of the day? Will we have some beautiful longs? Will we have some beautiful shorts opening up? Right. So currently what we can see is the daily time frame, right? If we're gonna start off from the daily time frame, we can see that we had that beautiful shift back towards the downside on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, right? Now, over the course of the day, right, I don't necessarily want to see the Nasdaq take out the high of our previous day, right, which was yesterday. I would actually like to see us fluctuate within the area and then have a potential further continuation move back towards the downside, simply because if we are going to find ourselves taking out that high, this simply means that our bias is stepping within the market and we can find ourselves drawing to the next area of liquidity, which will basically be this area right over there, right? However, I am actually still expecting us to have some bullish momentum, right? I still want to see us come back into this point of interest, which we have found ourselves pointing out, right? So can we maybe see today we have that pushback towards the downside for tomorrow to have that shift back up, right? That is basically what I do have in mind. Or will prices simply find itself shifting to the upside, and then over the course of tomorrow we can see some sort of a dip, right? The first option, that is my option, right? That is what I basically want to see within the market. All right, so scaling to our H4 time frame, right? Our H4 time frame is basically painting us a quite decent picture of what is happening. We can clearly see that, you know what, the inversion fair value gap, or well, not the inversion fair value gap, but the volume imbalance we find ourselves talking about over the course of yesterday, right? We can see we had a beautiful closure below. What did price find itself doing? Price literally found itself coming all the way back up into that volume imbalance, and we can see that we had a nice little footy pop move back towards the downside, right? That is quite decent. That is quite decent if you ask me, right? But now, what can potentially happen over the course of today, right? It is currently the London session, and I am expecting the London session to find itself having, you know what, some sort of a push towards the upside before, you know what, having that shift back to the downside. So during the New York session, what I will then basically want to see happen is basically something like this, right? If we find ourselves having a beautiful swing high, maybe the 830 swing high, right? Can we find ourselves taking that out and then give us our pattern to be looking for some beautiful short opportunities? That is actually something that I would actually like to see happen on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, right? Let's scale down to our lower time frame and see what is happening over here. So we can clearly see that, you know, with previous PA right over here, we can see that we found ourselves having a beautiful order block right there, right over there, this one, right? So if I can maybe just box it out like that, can you see that we did find ourselves having a closure below, but we never actually came back for the retest back inside this area? So this is definitely a point of interest to where I would like to see the Nasdaq find itself heading into, right? When I say point of interest, I'm basically saying whenever we're going to find ourselves tapping within this area, this is an area to which I will monitor price to basically, you know, I just open up my pattern to be looking for some beautiful long, well, short opportunities, right? Looking at our H1 time frame, is our H1 time frame going hand in hand with it? Yes, it is right there, right? There we have the shoulder block. There we can see we had a closure below. Price had a shift to the upside, literally closing above the area. The next candle came back below, right? Basically like faking out from this area, right? So this whole region over here is definitely a zone to which I will take into consideration on, you know what, wanting to see some beautiful shorts finding itself opening up on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq, right? Let's scale to the lower time frame and see, do we have any equal highs, well, in this case, it would basically be some equal highs, right? Telling us that there is a possibility for us, you know what, having that shift back towards the upside. Let's see. So looking at my 5-minute time frame, I can definitely see that we do have some equal highs. coming through right over here, right? So these highs, they are quite sus in my eyes, right? They are quite sus, as they are quite relatively equal, right? So I definitely want to see price have a drawn liquidity, like taking out this area right over here, and then potentially have some sort of initial shift back towards the downside, right? An area which I will have my eye out on as well will basically be this region right over here, right? If I maybe can just make that a different color like that. So if we can see a further push towards the upside, or a deeper push towards the upside, this will be an area to which I will basically monitor price and see if I can, participate with some beautiful shorts. Keep in mind that currently it is 9:30 a.m. South African time. You know what? We still have a whole lot of hours left for the New York session to find itself opening up, the New York Stock Exchange to find itself opening up. So a lot can still find itself happening during those hours, right? But ultimately, I would like to see us have some sort of initial shift towards the upside. And you know what, during the New York session, we are preparing, or I will find myself preparing for some beautiful short opportunities, right? Obviously, if we would find ourselves having a pushback towards the downside, that it will literally be the exact same thing. All I will find myself doing is basically just prepping to take price back into this point of interest. Because currently I am looking at this whole area as a point of interest, a magnet, an area to where I would like to see price hit back into, right? So that right there is basically my thoughts on this beautiful pair called the Nasdaq. What is your thoughts? Do you think that we are going to have some beautiful longs? Do you think that we are going to have some beautiful shorts? Or are you just sitting back and viewing price, and you're going to be reactive when the New York Stock Exchange finds itself opening up? You know what? I have nothing against that. I have nothing against that. Right? But ultimately, drop a comment in the comment section. I will highly appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and share this content around. Much love from me, your boy D. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. I'm out.